Ready for the gym?
Just a second. I'll be right there.
Oh, what's this? Wait a minute. Is this episode 3 or episode 8? I think I'm having a déjà vu experience.
It's episode 8, but I'm recycling some of episode 3. I've always liked the opening scene of episode 3.
Okay, take 2. Exciting. Oh, what's this? Wire splicing.
Right. I was thinking that I ought to expand my skill set.
Ah, you're trying to learn something new. My father used to send me off to school with that exhortation every day.
And did you? Did you learn something new every day?
Learn something new every day? No. Some days I did, but other days I didn't. But I'd like to learn something today. I'd like to learn why you want to learn to splice wire.
Actually, I'm not sure that I do. It was the cover that drew me to it. The guy looks so thoroughly involved in what he's doing. He doesn't seem to have a care in the world beyond that wire that he's splicing.
Having got the parts closely together, with the crown of the splice in the middle line, you next seize the sides of the thimble to the rope. This is best done by a sort of racking seizing, passed in and out, over and under.
Shall we head for the gym?
Sure. But first, I'd like you to hear what Skirving says in his preface. Can you bring him in for us?
Yes, of course. Entering a trance-like state. Accessing the internet. Here comes R. Scott Skirving.
I wish to try to describe the methods I think best, so that apprentices, junior officers, and yachtsmen may possibly follow my instructions with profit and pleasure. For the amateur, wire splicing is no unpleasant way of spending a wet day.
Wire splicing is no unpleasant way of spending a wet day. Wow, that certainly makes it sound, how shall I put this? Compelling, even mesmerizing. In the spirit of learning something new, I want to add something to my skill set.
I'm willing to bet that it's not wire splicing.
I want to learn to cast bronze.
You want to cast bronze? Wow.
On an enormous scale. Monumental.
Wow. I'm flabbergasted. Not just flabbergasted, but monumentally flabbergasted.
And I'm thrilled. I'm on fire with this. When we get back home, I'll show you what I have in mind. Tell me what you see.
Paper bags. A bunch of empty paper bags.
So far, so good. Empty paper bags is exactly what they are. Now make a leap. Imagine them cast in bronze.
Cast in bronze. Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Now, imagine them enormous. 20 feet tall.
I'm trying. It's not easy to do.
As tall as a 2-story house.
As tall as a 2-story house. Wow. They wouldn't fit in here, that's for sure.
No, they wouldn't. But they would be right at home at the Black Rock Art Center.
Do you mean the open-air museum up the Hudson that contains what may well be the largest collection of contemporary outdoor sculptures in the United States?
Exactly. At Black Rock, they would no longer be merely bags, not even merely big bronze bags.
Ah, at Black Rock they would
become a work of art.
An enormous work of art. My darling, you often amaze me. But this is off the charts. And by the way, it makes me see why you found wire splicing a little, well, tame. My darling, you seem a bit down, almost glum. Tell me why.
Well, A, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. And B, I'm not sure what to call the work. And C, I did some research into the cost of casting the bags in bronze on a monumental scale.
Shall we start with A?
Oh, let's skip that for today.
I'm quite willing to skip the world and its woes for a day. Let's turn to B then, the title of the work. What are the candidates?
1. The Tyrant and His Toadies. 2. The Sultan and His Sycophants. 3. The Dimwit and His Dunces.
Ah, I knew it.
You knew it?
Oh, I just had a feeling that you were going to make something weightier, sharper, deeper than a bunch of empty bags. Tell me about C now.
The cost of casting the bags in bronze on a monumental scale would be, well, astronomical.
I take it that means beyond our budget.
Any ideas?
I'll try to think of something. Okay, here's an idea. You might apply for a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts.
Let's see. In effect, I would be asking one of the bags for a grant to turn the bunch of bags into an enormous bronze sculpture called The Tyrant and His Toadies, or The Sultan and His Sycophants, or The Dimwit and His Dunces, right?
Well, yes, you're right. That's what you'd be doing.
The bags seem to rate my chances at something considerably less than 0.
My darling, I've prepared a presentation for you. Here we go. With the derisive laughter of those damned bags echoing in my ears, I appointed myself your production assistant. I went to work in the laboratory of imaginary solutions. First, I had to find an area at Black Rock that didn't already have any enormous sculptures. That took some time, as you can imagine, but here it is.
Wow, very nice.
Then I arranged the bags in a line, more or less straight, had them reproduced in bronze on an enormous scale, had them loaded onto a fleet of flatbed trucks, had them transported to Black Rock, and had them installed in the setting I'd chosen.
Oh, that's just the way I imagined them.
And now, let's add the artist. I think you're going to address the assembled multitude.
I can't wait to hear what I say.
It's eloquently direct, heartfelt. I don't mind admitting that I got a little choked up toward the end.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today for the installation of A Bunch of Empty Bags. If the Bunch of Empty Bags title doesn't work for you, you might try A Tyrant and His Toadies, or A Sultan and His Sycophants, or A Dimwit and His Dunces. And if none of those work for you, try Untitled. Wait, pause. What was that last title? I couldn't hear it over the crowd.
Untitled.
Oh, Untitled, of course, a favorite in the art world. Play on. We would not be here today, and A Bunch of Empty Bags would not be here today without the efforts of my production assistant, who labored day after day in the wee small hours of the morning to make this come to pass. He generously gave up time that he could have spent splicing wire. Let's hear it for him!
Well, my darling, what do you think?
Look, I know you put a lot of work into it, but
But what?
it looks fake.
Well, it is fake.
Of course. But does it have to look fake?
Actually, yes, it does. I adhere to the Truth in Simulation Pledge of the International Association of Aging Writers and Artists.
The IAAWA.
Right.
The Truth in Simulation Pledge.
Right again. The pledge requires members to stop short of flawless verisimilitude, so that viewers are able to feel that they are savvy sophisticates participating in an artful simulation, rather than clueless suckers victimized by a malicious deception. We call it being frankly fake.
Frankly fake. I can endorse that. In fact, I love it. Cut to the picture of the mover's truck. Fade to black. Roll the credits.
I can swing along through anything, and skies will be sunny and blue. Just as long as the world goes round and around, and I go around with you. I can smile in every weary mile. I know that I'll always come through. Just as long as the world goes round and around, and I go around with you. You are the bow and the fiddle, playing the strings of my heart. There'd be no song worth singing if we should ever part. But life would be the sweetest melody, a song